Florence Scovel Shinn taught that words are not just empty sounds, but creative forces that shape the reality we live in. Every word carries energy, vibration, and intention, and this energy sets into motion unseen forces that eventually manifest in the physical world. When someone speaks words of fear, lack, or doubt, those words reinforce the very conditions they are afraid of. But when a person chooses to speak words of faith, abundance, and gratitude, the energy changes, and the world begins to align with that vibration. This is why Shinn emphasized that before taking any action, even something as ordinary as buying a lottery ticket, it is crucial to infuse the moment with powerful words. The ticket itself holds no magic, the power lies in the energy you bring to it. By saying 3 simple words filled with belief, you are sending out a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive abundance. It is not about superstition, but about consciously programming your mind and environment with a new frequency. The mind responds to repetition and affirmation, and over time, it becomes conditioned to expect good outcomes instead of fearing disappointment. When that expectation shifts, so does the reality you experience. Many people walk through life unaware of the constant self-talk they engage in, not realizing that each complaint, each negative statement, and each expression of doubt is quietly planting seeds for more of the same. Shinn's wisdom reminds us that we can just as easily plant seeds of prosperity, joy, and confidence by choosing words that affirm life instead of draining it. Before a lottery ticket, those 3 words become a ritual of shifting the mindset from chance to certainty, from desperation to trust. The energy released in that moment is not limited to the ticket. It ripples outward, influencing other areas of life, drawing in opportunities, and creating pathways to success that may appear completely unrelated to the lottery. The act is symbolic, but its effects are very real. It is a reminder that words set the tone for the future, and that each spoken phrase is like a brushstroke on the canvas of life. To speak deliberately is to create deliberately, and in that creation lies the hidden key to transforming circumstances, finances, and destiny itself. The power is not in the lottery, nor in luck, but in the vibration released by the words you choose to say. Faith is the invisible bridge between desire and manifestation, and Florence Scovel Shinn believed it was the essential ingredient in unlocking abundance. Without faith, words become hollow, and actions remain powerless. But when faith is present, even the simplest statement carries a magnetic quality that draws to it the very thing it declares. The idea of saying 3 words before buying a lottery ticket may sound small, yet it is not the ticket that matters, but the faith those words activate. When you speak with conviction, you are training your subconscious mind to align with success instead of failure. Most people live in a cycle of doubt, constantly telling themselves that they are unlucky, that wealth is out of reach, or that opportunities belong to others. This pattern of thought creates a barrier, blocking the natural flow of abundance. Faith breaks down that wall. It opens the door for expectancy, and expectancy is the soil where miracles grow. When you say those words with belief, you are doing more than speaking. You are planting a seed in the mind and watering it with trust. That seed takes root and begins to influence your choices, your mood, your decisions, and even how others respond to you. Faith shifts your energy, and people can feel it. Doors open where they were once closed, and opportunities appear where none seemed possible. Shinn often spoke of faith as a spiritual currency, one that attracts wealth, health, and happiness more reliably than effort alone. Without it, even the hardest work can feel fruitless, but with it, things often unfold with unexpected ease. The lottery ticket becomes a symbol, a reminder that faith must be present before action if the action is to bear fruit. You are not depending on luck, but on a deeper spiritual law that responds to faith-filled words and attitudes. The most powerful aspect of faith is that it doesn't just change your outer circumstances, it changes you. It reshapes your inner world from one of lack to one of abundance, from fear to courage, from doubt to assurance. As you affirm and believe, your subconscious begins to act as though the blessing is already yours, and in doing so, it creates pathways for it to arrive. The simple act of saying 3 words before a ticket is a way of declaring to yourself and to the universe, I believe, I trust, and I expect. And when you hold that vibration, abundance is no longer a distant possibility, but a present reality waiting to unfold. Saying powerful words before taking action is not about trying to control chance or forcing an outcome, but about aligning yourself with divine order. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that life operates according to higher laws, laws that respond not to fear or desperation but to harmony and faith. When you pause and declare 3 simple words of trust, you are not just speaking. You are surrendering to a greater intelligence that knows when and how blessings should arrive. This surrender is not weakness but strength, because it allows you to step out of the anxiety of what if and into the confidence of what is meant for me will not pass me by. Instead of chasing luck or grasping for outcomes, you are placing yourself in tune with divine timing. Just as the tides follow the pull of the moon and the seasons change in perfect order, so too does abundance flow when you are aligned with the spiritual rhythm of life. These 3 words become a way of declaring that you trust the process, even if you cannot see the immediate result. Too often, people want instant gratification, and when it doesn't come, they spiral into doubt. Shinn reminded us that delays are not denials, they are often part of the divine design. By affirming before a ticket or any action, you allow patience and peace to replace restlessness. This opens you to guidance, to subtle nudges, and to opportunities that may seem small at first but lead to greater blessings. In this way, your words do more than change a single moment. They create a flow of synchronicity, where the right people, circumstances, and resources are drawn into your life at the right time. Divine alignment also removes the heavy burden of trying to make everything happen by sheer effort. It shifts you from forcing to flowing, from worry to wisdom. When you say those words, you are declaring, I am in harmony with what is meant for me. That harmony may bring the blessing through a lottery ticket, but it may just as easily open a door to a new job, a business idea, or a meeting that changes your life. The important point is not the form of the blessing, but the certainty that it will arrive in the best way possible. When you live with this mindset, every action becomes purposeful, every step infused with confidence. You no longer feel like a victim of chance, but a co-creator with the divine, trusting that every outcome, win or lose, is leading you exactly where you are meant to be. The practice of speaking 3 empowering words is not limited to a lottery ticket. It is a principle that can transform your entire life when applied consistently. Florence Scovel Shinn often used practical examples to show that spiritual truths are not confined to one area, but extend into every corner of existence. When you pause to declare words of abundance, gratitude, and trust before an action, you are training yourself to live in a higher vibration. At first, it may feel symbolic, but with repetition it becomes a habit that rewires your subconscious mind. Soon, you begin to approach not just money but relationships, health, and personal growth with the same expectancy and confidence. A lottery ticket is only a metaphor, a small example of how words can shift energy, but the deeper lesson is that the same energy can shape your entire destiny. When you bring this practice into your daily life, every situation becomes an opportunity to create. Before entering a meeting, you can speak words of success. Before a difficult conversation, you can affirm harmony. Before taking a risk, you can declare victory. The words themselves are simple, but the power lies in how they reframe your state of mind and prepare the environment around you. Instead of living reactively, you become proactive, choosing in advance the energy you want to bring into each moment. Over time, this creates a compound effect. Small, daily affirmations accumulate into a life that feels guided, abundant, and filled with unexpected blessings. The beauty of this principle is that it requires no special tools, no wealth, no status, only awareness and faith. Anyone can speak 3 words. Anyone can declare prosperity instead of lack, courage instead of fear, and love instead of bitterness. By making it a lifestyle, you discover that life itself begins to mirror the energy you consistently send out. The lottery ticket may or may not win, but you will already have won something greater: the ability to create your own atmosphere of abundance wherever you go. That victory is permanent and far more powerful than a single prize. Ultimately, the 3 words remind you that the external world is a reflection of the internal one. Change your words, and you change your thoughts. Change your thoughts, and you change your experiences. When this principle is lived daily, everything becomes a winning ticket. The true wealth is not in the paper you hold, but in the transformation of your mind, spirit, and destiny.